All right, everybody, welcome back to the control room. We're going to try this for the very first time ever. We're recording, we're live. Last time me and Durand did this, we didn't have shirts on. I'm not sure if y'all ready to see that yet. He might be ready for the no shirt thing. I'm definitely not. Man, what's going on, dude? How you been?
Yeah, no, I'm not ready. I'll be honest with you. So don't even put me in that box. So
Okay,
I'm glad we're shirted, glad
right.
we're clothed and ready to go. So yeah, excited, man.
I appreciate that because I don't think you remember this, but in high school, you used to tease me because you used to be like, Mike, you have a big chest, but you don't have a beach body. You're not beach body ready. And I think about that to this day. I'm like, I need to get beach body ready so I can show Durand. That's it. I want you
Okay.
to know
Well,
that.
yeah, I'm definitely not the one to talk anymore. We both on the wrong side of 30. So
Yeah,
yeah, we're
man.
just trying to maintain out here.
Trying to maintain during this quarantine. It's hard to know where you're at. You're in Egypt, you're in Pasadena, you're in Texas, man. So where are you? Where are we talking to you from right
Yeah, now I'm back home in Pasadena right now. I'm in LA, so
now?
had to come in, lock in with the fam. Dallas was cool. Actually, was supposed to be in Phoenix this week doing some work, but had to lock it in and stay home with the family.
All right, man. Well, listen, we got a lot to talk about, so we just gonna jump right into it, man. We
So,
got playoff basketball back. We got bubble basketball. Man, yesterday it was 4 games. I think what Nuggets won, Boston won. No, yeah, Boston won, Clippers won, and Denver won. So
Clippers, Clippers, yeah, they won. They won. They won. They won.
already. Okay, well, look, let's just get into it. How you feel about last night's game? Obviously, Clippers Mavs.
Yeah, Clippers, Mavs. I mean, out the gate, I was nervous. Like, came out bombing. I'm like,
Clippers, yeah,
the Mavs are not ready. Like,
yeah,
Luka's slipping all over the place. He giving the ball away like he just moved up from JV, and I'm like, and everybody was splashing,
yeah.
splashing. I'm texting all the homies like, yo, is this serious? I had to walk outside. I was frustrated with the refs, everything, and I felt myself getting emotional. You
Yeah.
know, then I calmed down along with the Mavs. They simmered down as well. Regathered their composure, got ready for playoff basketball. They weren't ready for the Clippers' intensity, and balanced it out. But like, I still think the refs super robbed the fans. I'm not gonna say the Mavericks would have won that game,
Right.
but like, it was just some of the worst officiating I've seen on both sides. So I guess it's even, but it was just like, it was terrible.
Yeah, I mean, Stephen A had a great point, and I rarely agree with the first take crew, but they said, listen, they're in a bubble.
Yeah,
Like the players are making a huge sacrifice. There's no fans. They're away from their families, loved ones, whatever.
yeah,
Magic City for Lou Will. But but so give them some leniency,
yeah.
okay? Like you're punishing the players and the fans right now. Like we finally get basketball back, and in the very first playoff game, you eject one of the main stars and basically the main event of the night. Like that's not good TV.
Yeah, at all. And that's what I'm saying. Dudes are already super stressed in there. So you gotta be a little bit flexible with the emotional reaction. But then it's playoff basketball. So
Yeah,
like, dude, like the first technical that KP got, it was a clean block.
yeah,
So
it
that's
was.
another thing where I'm like, bro, it was a clean block. He gave you the little extra whatever, but he didn't run up on the ref or anything like that. And even in the altercation with Morris and Luca, like, I think he was involved, but I don't think he like super turned it up. It was like, you see him, like, his first movement is to separate them, and then he gets in front of Luca, and then just, whatever happens from there. But like, you can't be tossing dudes right now when the refs are when the fans are just dying for competitive basketball. And then we got to get that product where, like, the Mavs still made it a thing, but like, you're not going to win with your second best player out and you're already undersized and everything else going on. So like, I just thought it was a whack move by the refs.
Yeah, I hate it when the refs are the headline. That's never a good look. I will say though, on Porzingis' part, it's not the smartest decision. You already have a tech. There's an altercation going on. Keep your ass out because he wasn't involved in it. So he
Yeah,
joined the party and got right in the middle of it. They just give a boom, quick double tech, which they always do. And
yeah,
oops, I already have one. So
yeah,
don't even put that. Don't even put
yeah.
yourself
I'm
in that
like, did he
situation.
forget? Did he forget? You think that he had one because
Yeah,
it was so early? Because I forgot he had it too. On
yeah,
top of that, but
yeah.
like, I did appreciate like his ability to run up and who he ran up on. That's not the guy to be running up on ask the Kansas
That's
University
right.
football.
You're a Kansas guy. Yeah,
Like,
K-State, right?
ask the Kansas football team who not to run up on, and it's the Morris twins. So the fact that KP went and did that, I was like, oh, okay, he got some, scruples.
Yeah, he got something with him. But I got just to get to the game though. One more thing on the refs. Luka had as many free throw attempts as basically the entire Clipper team until the very end. That was kind of frustrating to see. But also, look, as a Clipper fan, I didn't love how we played, and I saw one, team chemistry is off because people just popping in and out of the bubble, whatever. Also, I think we're too cocky, man. Like, you could just tell the way we play, we don't take Dallas as serious. Just a shot selection, like it's a 4-point game, one pass shot. Just boosted Marcus Morris. He hit at the end, but I'm like, yo, like the game is on the fucking line. Can we run some clock? But we're just kind of reckless with the shots. Kawhi 1 for 7 from 3, But with all that being said, we still won. But it kind of sends a bad message. So we need to make sure we learn from this game and put our foot on their necks and get them up out of here.
Which is so weird from like a Doc team. You would think they would be super focused. I don't know if it's just the Mavs that they don't take seriously and, just because it's first round or whatever. But the two stars, like I think Paul George and Kawhi were locked in for sure. Yeah. So it's weird to see other players on the team that aren't like have a lesser role, having a little bit more arrogance than your two stars. That's my biggest gripe with Dirk Diggler. Like my man comes out, he gets dressed just to bark and foul. Like he's out there just fouling away. And he thinks he's Gary Payton from Supersonics.
Did you see him miss 2 late free throws too, by the way?
No, I don't. I don't like his attitude. Like that's the only thing about the Clippers. Like I respect their game. Like, but like some of that energy from the lower level players, I'm like, yo, you're not Gary Payton, my man. Like, relax.
Look, that's how he got to the league, though. He got to play with that edge, man. He can't do it off of just talent. He got to, bring a little extra something to the party.
Yeah, we seen you get like schooled by that little kid on the blacktop. I don't know if you've ever seen that one-on-one matchup with Pat Bev, where the little kid is washing him, and I'm like, bro, like that went viral. So like, stop. I'm just like, honestly, another thing that exposed, and it's game 1. But, like, I just do not think the Clippers are as deep as the world is gassing. They are super top-heavy. Yeah. But I don't think they're more than 6, 7 like everybody else to me. Like, I don't know.
So, like, it was Montrez's first game back. He only has 6. I think bench points-wise, we had 25 to their 24, so we still outscored.
And Lou Will had, like, 16 or something like that, didn't he?
Yeah, but he's supposed to be up in the 20s. But I think Marcus Morris chipped in. He was scoring. I think Lou and Montrez, it's going to take till the next round for them to get rolling again. JaMychal Green can hit. He's played well in the bubble.
Nice.
So that's 8 deep. And then that's where it gets a little bit shaky. We got Reggie Jackson. He's trying to fit in. That's 9. And
he's not deep. He does not make you deep.
As a backup point guard, that's solid. That's solid.
I don't know. He does a lot of cool dribbling, but like he's not out there really producing to me. He can push the break, I guess. But.
I'm not gonna lie. Me and Doc Rivers were both very upset with him because he kept fouling the shit out of Luka, and Doc was like, "Come on, Reggie."
Bro. Like I don't know. Like I'm definitely respecting obviously PG, Kawhi, Lou Will, Trez. I'll even give you the Morris twin, but like everybody after that.
Hey, Zubac is okay. Zubac is for young doubles.
Okay. Hey, I know what we're not We're not scheming for Zubac. I'm gonna just let you know that right now.
Okay. All right, fair.
Talk about players you got to scheme for.
Fair.
There's like 5 or 6. Like Pat Bev is not a player I'm scheming for, even though he's a very solid player. He's paid like a max dollar guy. We're not running plays away from Pat Bev. You know what I'm saying? So like,
it's the intangibles.
Who?
It's the intangibles he brings.
Yeah. Whatever, but I know he was bringing a lot of intangibles on the bench. Bro came out so early, I knew from the tip. I was like, oh, he's gonna foul out or he's not playing at all tonight. Because I could already see if you're on Luka at the half court line with your face in his throat, you don't want to play basketball today. You want to foul, you want to wrestle. Like, stop.
Hey, yeah, look, that's Pat. He gonna do what he do. But hey, let's get off my Clippers for a minute. I gotta go. The performance that stood out to me in the losing effort was Donovan Mitchell. Man, I think he's a problem. Wow. when he's cooking, he can't be stopped. He dropped 57. That's like third highest scoring performance in NBA history behind Elgin Baylor and MJ.
Yeah.
But they ended
Yeah,
up
you got
losing.
to put that in there. I appreciate you.
I'm listening to facts. I'm listening to facts.
Like
Okay.
Jordan hasn't had enough love this year. Setting up.
Hey, but no, look, man, he put on a hell of a performance. He had one fuck up with that 8-second violation, which I think cost his team the game.
I don't know what. Yeah, he fell asleep for a second.
Yeah, because it was like a tip, and
Mhm.
so it wasn't a full 24. It was like 22, and so he was walking it up, and that shit, ran up on him, and they were up 4 with the ball, and then Denver came down and hit the 3, and that kind of changed the momentum. But man, what other performances stood out for you? Like, what
But
did you
even on that, got a question like, does that make you knock Denver a little bit? Like I just think they're not. I mean, I'm not gonna say they're not ready because it's like the third year we've been saying like they're not ready yet still. But like it can't be that competitive to me. I mean, yeah, he got white hot. But like no Michael Conley, like, and y'all got your full squad. I just feel like that game shouldn't have been that close, personally. But then it's bubble hoops too. Like
That's what I was going to point out. There's no home court advantage. So in the West, you've been a Laker fan. The West is legit, man. So 1-8, it's not that much separating the team. So if there's no home court, you really just gotta be better than the other team that day.
Sure. Yeah, I don't know, but yeah, I got to block in on him. Like I definitely followed him a lot in college, and I just hate watching Utah basketball, so I don't really ever watch him. But like, but yeah, he is super nice. He's super nice. I didn't think he had 57 in him, and to even make that competitive with no Conley, no second option really at all. Besides Gobert, I have a hard time even naming people on that team. I mean, the lefty shooter,
Joe Ingles.
Joe Ingles, yeah, the lefty. Other than him,
yeah,
I don't know who else is on this team, so I don't think these games should be competitive.
Yeah, I would just say that I respect the whole not watching Utah thing. I mean, that's like a historic thing with them. Nobody watches them.
Yeah.
But Mitchell, man, I've seen him getting cooking versus the Clippers, versus Kawhi and PG, and I've seen we look helpless at times. So I'm like, nah, man, Denver, get him up out of here. We don't need to see that next round.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I guess it's a matchup thing because I'm not like I don't take either of those teams really seriously, but then I'm talking right now, and the Lakers are about to play today, so who knows how that's gonna go. So
I'm gonna get to that. I just want to pay the respects to the games yesterday. I'm gonna get to that. So then we got Philly and Boston. No Ben Simmons. Celtics took care of business.
Yeah.
And then you got Brooklyn, Toronto. We don't got to spend a whole bunch of time on that one.
Yeah. At all.
Shout out to Jock Bond, John Muir High School and all. But
forgot about that.
Boston, I think, I heard Gordon Hayward's out the next 4 weeks, high ankle sprain. Yeah.
That's not good.
It's not good at all. It's not good at all. But Tatum and Brown, man, like, I really think if they make the jump, man, Boston I think they should be better than what they are, especially with Kemba. But I don't know, man. What are you seeing from them?
Well, first off, I get really emotional when I watch Boston games because we drafted Lonzo Ball and we could have had Jason Tatum. And I'm a super Duke fan, and I've been screaming Yellow Mamba the whole year. And to see what he has turned into, and we passed up on that, and we could have that right now, bothers me so much. Like, it hurts me to watch Boston games.
And he used to work out with Cole.
It was the setup was there, bro. It was the easiest. It's an easy, and we went with the super show, the headline with the dad and all that. And I'm like, Magic, my man.
Magic fell for it. Magic's like his jersey's gonna be in the Raptors, I guess, in New Orleans.
Yeah, and Tatum looks transcendent, and I actually liked Jaylen Brown even in college as well. Like, I always thought he was super athletic, had wiggle. I didn't know he was going to develop into the shooter he was. Like, I just thought he was like ultra athletic. But nah, he's nice. I think they're going to win that series, just because like people are hurt. But I don't know. I don't think anybody, unless it's a matchup thing, I just think Giannis is about to walk in there. Like, I don't even take Toronto super seriously, even though I know I should. I know I should. I just really don't like Kyle Lowry's game. I do not like Kyle Lowry's game. And it's effective and it works.
Yeah.
And the box score always looks creative.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I hate his game. So I cannot believe him. I cannot believe it. But I think Giannis and all them is gonna take it. But we'll see today. I think their game is on right now too.
Yeah. They're playing Orlando, so like, why even bother?
Yeah, that's why I was like, yeah, let's do the podcast.
Yeah, let's run it. Yeah. But nah, man, it's I'm like you, it's really trying to figure out who's gonna challenge the Bucks. And everybody was kind of picking Boston initially because you look at Kimba, Tatum, Brown, Hayward, you're Marcus Smart, like they got a crew, but man, you watch them, like they were struggling with the Sixers. Like that was a real game. And Embiid, I think Embiid only had 14, so it was like Tobias Harris and Josh Richardson and
his team definitely like they overperformed, or maybe that's just how they would perform if Ben Simmons wasn't pounding the ball. But like, I don't think that's something you can consistently count on. Like even Horford was going off for a little bit, and I'm like, that's not like we haven't seen that all year. So I think that might have just been some game one hype and trying to cover up for no Ben. But I think Boston should pull away from that series, even without Hayward.
Yeah, I like their squad, and I hope they do. And then, like I said, quickly on the Toronto thing. Yeah, Toronto's not the sexy pick. They play team ball. Everybody touches. They don't have no real superstar. They got Siakam and Lowry. And you were talking about your boy, the Drake lookalike.
Van Fleet. Is he not better? Is he better than Kyle Lowry? Because we need to put some respect on his name.
Yeah, man, there are times he definitely, especially offensively, looks way more elite.
Finals last year, now this year, I'm like, make Van Fleet an all-star. If Kyle Lowry's an all-star, we got to figure it out.
Yeah. So I want to say would be the next matchup would be Toronto, Boston. If they both advance, that'd be an interesting series. And then
that would be good. That'd be a lot of good guard play for sure. I didn't know that was. I haven't looked at like the 1 through 8 on the East like that. Yeah, that'd be. I like that matchup. I'd watch that.
Yeah. But yeah, man. Today we got, like you say, you got the Bucks playing. You got Heat Pacers, which I'm looking forward to. T.J. Warren, Jimmy Butler.
See, I didn't watch the preseason matchup. I heard like TJ didn't really get off, and TJ I've been saying, and this to me it's a bubble effect, but I've been like, what Monstar jumped into TJ Warren's body, because I have never seen him with this much game. I definitely knew he had game. Yeah, and it was underrated, and then cash considerations definitely put the steroids in his back, but like there is a different, like KD is inside him right now. I don't know.
Until he came across Jimmy Butler, because he literally had, I think he had like 12 points that game. So I don't know what the hell happened.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I didn't watch the game, so I didn't know what happened, if he had got hurt or something. But I saw him against the Lakers, and he was splashing. Like, it was like when LeBron would match up with him, he literally, his eyes would get like widen up. I'm like, bro, that's Bron. Then he's passing by Bron to pull up over AD. I'm like, this dude he's unconscious right now.
Like you said, man, bubble basketball. We saw the Suns. Man, I hope they sustain it. They went undefeated in the bubble. Book. Everybody had been talking about Book, and that's another one where I'm like, am I really about to watch the Suns basketball for this one kid? But I'm gonna tell you right now, I know like Kobe's his guy and everything. He actually reminds me a lot of Brandon Roy from the Blazers back in the day, because he doesn't have the athleticism of Kobe, but he has like all the tools Brandon Roy had. And I remember Brandon Roy said, Kobe said Brandon Roy had no weakness in his game, and that's how I feel about Devin Booker.
That's a good comp. I like that comp. Like, he is sneaky athletic though. I don't know. He's sneaky, but not like Kobe.
Not Kobe though. Yeah.
But that's a good comp. That's a good comp. I'm trying to figure out, and Phoenix is interesting with this offseason, because I'm like, depending on who they get, like if Spencer Dinwiddie could go there and match up with that little nucleus, like if they could just get somebody who could really run the show with, like, I mean, Rubio's cool, but like a step up above that and another scorer, they'll be nice. Yeah,
another elite shooter. They don't need much, because like the Clippers, they give the Clippers problems. Mm-hmm. And I'm forgetting the coach, Monty Williams. He's done a hell of a job over there with them. So it just sucks they're in the West.
That's what I'm
Because
saying.
as much as great as they can be coming back next year, guess who also comes back? The Warriors.
Yep.
So who's getting bumped out of the playoffs right now?
Spurs. They're not gonna miss the playoffs 2 years in a row.
Yeah, like for they're eternal.
Yeah.
So man, it's gonna be tough for the Suns. But hey, man, bubble basketball created new stars. But
I got some bets though that Warriors aren't top 4 in the West next year though. I definitely I'm taking all bets on that. So anybody who watches this or hears this, if you want to get into that, the Warriors will not be top 4 in the West next year. I'm sorry.
I want to say the number 4 seed is Houston or OKC. I can't remember. I'm just
Right. This year?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So that's really the bar right now. Like Houston, OKC, Utah. Like I think they're gonna get top 4.
You think so?
I mean, because look, you go Clippers, Lakers, maybe
Denver, Dallas is gonna take a step.
I don't know, man. They may.
I think Dallas is gonna be super Remember, they're missing Powell too. That's why I didn't like losing the KP thing yesterday. Because I'm like, we got to put John Wick in here. Like John Wick is not about. Come on, man. Like I don't know. Like I'm definitely excited to see that. I'm seeing Klay Thompson commercials come back commercials. I'm like, oh wow.
Speaking of comebacks though, and not to derail too much from today's games, Brooklyn with KD and Kyrie coming back, because they gave the Blazers hell. They almost eliminated the Blazers before they even got to the damn playoffs. Like you said, they got LeVert.
It's bubble though. We don't know what these bubble asterisks.
No, but hey, LeVert and Dinwiddie, I think both got 50-point games on their resume.
Yeah.
And Jacques Vaughn is proven to be a good coach. So if you sprinkle in KD at 90%.
Dinwiddie's gone though.
You think so?
He's not. Why would he re-sign with the head case starting in front of him? He's not about to, I love Kyrie, but I'm not about to be coming off the bench and this is behind bro talking all this and I got all-star level game. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, you could be right.
You know where he needs to come? The Lakers is where he really needs to come.
Come on, man. Y'all need you. Come on.
Bro, we need him. We're not going to get Avery Bradley and them back. We need Spencer Dinwiddie, low-key. That would be nasty.
You probably don't have the money for him, though.
I don't know. I really don't know the cap logistics on it. But that would be my choice for if we go get anybody point guard wise. Go get like a Spencer Dinwiddie.
That's a good look. But yeah, I thought about Brooklyn coming back next year. Man, that'll be a dope team to watch. There's a lot of teams coming back next year that's going to be in the mix.
Is Bradley Beal going to Brooklyn?
That's what they were talking about, like trade. So I heard they were talking about like trading Karis LeVert and some other pieces.
Trade whoever for
Beal.
Whoever you got to trade. You got to trade for Bradley Beal. You got to trade. Yeah. He's averaging 30 a game. You got to go trade. Put that with KD with.
But I don't know why Washington would do that. And John Wall's supposed to come back next year too, so they might be like running back with them one more time. Even though I don't know what they would do, I
don't think that team is. Yeah, I just don't. I mean, maybe in the East you never know, but that team is not going to even the Eastern Conference Finals. There's not enough defense and I don't know. I just don't see. I don't see enough on that team. Yeah. I'm surprised. I mean, I know he's thinking like cash out, so that's why he went and got the bag. But I don't know why he would keep re-signing deals with them.
Yeah, I don't get it too. But the other game that's going to be heated is Thunder's Rockets. Rockets traded away Chris Paul. They sent him to. They thought they were sending him to Siberia. I think the Thunder had a 2% chance or 0.2% chance of making the playoffs this year. And Chris Paul was like, "Fuck that." Him, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, and the rest of the last year's Clippers team, sprinkling in some Steven Adams. Shit, man, they got the 4 seed, and that normally would be home court, which would be a big deal, but it's level basketball. Yeah. So what you think about that series?
I wasn't too familiar with Shai Gilgeous because he was playing for a ridiculous franchise. So I would never watch it. But now that I've had a chance to really lock in, he's one of the most from a basketball standpoint, one of the most fascinating players to watch in terms of timing, because he never seems like he's moving fast, but he is separating crazy.
No.
And the moves aren't a super crazy Allen Iverson crossover. It's just he just gets to his spots and he's gonna get you a bucket. It's crazy. His game is really fun to watch.
That's another Jerry West find right there, and a lot of Clipper fans miss SGA. But hey, we have to move on to bigger and better things. But
I'm glad he got that interview off his back, because that's a nasty stain. I'm glad he was able to get out of there and flourish.
That's all going to change this year, but it's all good, man. Look, we got to get to the main event for tonight. Your Lakers versus, another one of my squads, the Blazers. Melo's
Yeah.
my guy. I love Dame. I love CJ, man. I almost shed a tear watching that Nets game because I really thought it was over. I was mad as hell.
That would suck to lose to them.
Yeah, I'm like, we gonna come this far and,
Mhm.
and get, because it was like if they had lost that game, they wouldn't have even been in the play-in game. So I was about to be hot. So we finally got it here, man. I'm gonna let you go first. How you feeling about this matchup?
Yeah, I'm personally, I don't know, and I mean, and we have friends, the other Laker fan friends. I'm not really super nervous off this game, to be honest with you. Like, I think it's going to be competitive. Like we saw what Dame and them did on Kobe night, unfortunately.
48.
But I just don't think they like. I'm not worried. I'm not going to say I'm not worried about Nurkic, but I'm not. I don't fear him. And I just feel like our front court is going to be too much. Like they're definitely going to bust everyone's ass on our team. Like Dame and CJ is definitely going to kill anyone matching up with them. But then who's guarding Bron, AD,
Right.
and Dwight Howard, JaVale McGee? Like, I just don't see it. So
Yeah,
I think it'll be cool.
I think that it's definitely a Dame type situation to where if he's averaging 40 a night or just 40 for 4 games, which he can do, obviously. He shipped back-to-back 50-point games, 50, 60 one game. Like, he had 48 on Kobe night. He got a big-ass chip on his shoulder. Skip Bayless has kind of helped with that, talking crazy about him.
Reckless. Everyone
Like,
is juicing the wrong guy, and that's the only
yeah,
thing that bothers me is, like, don't keep gassing him up because we know he's capable. We know he's
right.
capable.
And
But
CJ was struggling with the bad back, but then he came up. Like you said, they got Nurk back, who's been playing well. They got Whiteside coming off the bench. Zach Collins is out for this game, but they got some other kid coming in who's pretty long and athletic. But I gotta get to my guy Melo. Okay, I was
I'm super
Cam.
happy for Melo.
God, man, I'm so sick. I was so sick when he was out of the league, and people was really talking like he couldn't hoop. And I'm like, you don't know basketball. Like, you don't watch film. You listen to these clowns. Like,
Yeah.
you put him with Dame and CJ, and you let him be Mellow. Like, yo, he's not just a spot up shooter. Okay, sometimes he needs to get to the mid range. Sometimes he needs to get to the post to get into his rhythm, and then he'll start knocking down those shots. He couldn't work in Houston's gimmicky ass shit because D'Antoni is a weirdo.
I didn't think he wasn't working, bro. What? Like he wasn't killing, but he was serviceable.
Durand, he was averaging like 15 points a
That's
game.
what I'm saying. Like when they got him up out of there talking about the numbers, I'm like, I don't know what the metrics are that they're looking for, but I don't know how you're about to just upgrade off Melo and think it's going to be a super easy job.
Because Melo's my favorite player in the game to this day. I watched every single game, every single highlight. He played 10 games for them. 3 of them, he had over 20.
Yeah, I didn't get that at all.
Yeah, everybody on that roster was hurt. Like, Eric Gordon was hurt. I think Harden was hurt. CP3 was hurt at one point. And Melo was coming in, getting 20 off the bench. So that was some personal BS. But anyway, man, this has been a huge Melo redemption story. He's hitting big shots. But you're right. As excited as I want to be, and as much as I hate to admit it, they don't have anybody to guard LeBron. Like,
yeah, I mean, well, we don't know. Like, I would love for Melo and Bron to battle, and I even said this. I'm like, if we lost to anyone, like Melo would be the guy that'd be cool to lose to. I mean, it would make the summer disgusting to be a Laker fan. But like, if we were gonna lose to any team, it'd be like I'd be cool losing to Melo and that being the story.
Because they're gonna
never beat Bron. You know what I mean? So
because they're gonna match up. Because Dame and CJ, they can't guard Bron, and then obviously Nurk's not gonna guard Bron, and then it was Zach Collins who was the starting power forward. Like, they're gonna be linked up often.
Yeah.
And that's going to be interesting to see after 17 years. And you know Melo's juice. Like,
yeah, and Bron hasn't looked like the most crisp. So like that's the guy. That is the guy that kind of scares me. I'm like, I don't know if he's like trying to play chess with the okie doke, but like even he's just not looking as explosive. And like Bron's dribble package for him to be a professional basketball player was 17 years, and for him to not develop a crossover or any type of separating move, except for the look away three. The look away.
Hey, and the spin. He'll get you with a spin.
He would you with a spin. Like, but I'm like, bro, like you can't. He was at the top of the key for like 15 seconds one game, and I swear everyone called me, and we all had the same like, did you just see Braun at the top of the key? Like,
Hey,
like pounding
I
it?
bet you Jamel wasn't on that damn call.
Nah, Jamel wasn't on that call. Jamel wasn't on the call, but it was sick, man. Like, I don't know. I hope he's just playing chess, because if not, they definitely have a chance. But to me the key is AD.
Oh yeah,
I think AD's about to have a Thanksgiving feast every day.
yeah.
Like me personally, like Nurkic might get off, but like he's also going against possibly Defensive Player of the Year as well. So
Yeah, it's one of those things where I watch all the Blazer games, they don't rebound. Like, it's sick.
yeah,
It's crazy how they don't rebound. Like, they don't give a fuck. And they basically just try and outscore you. Like, they might play defense at the end. So it's just going to be all shootout. Yeah, AD is going to eat. Bron's numbers is going to be fantastic. But
yeah.
really, if the Blazers are getting off two, man, it's really just going to be a shootout. And whoever has
Yeah.
bullets at the end.
It could be like their two versus our two being a wash, and then you just gotta hope like it's between Kuzma and Melo. Like who's gonna be that third person to really do something, or Nurkic, I guess.
Yeah, no, Nurk can go off.
Yeah. So yeah, I don't know, man. I'm excited though. I'm like I haven't been excited watching the bubble play, and I'm like, and I know Bron is big on the crowd. Like even in the bubble when Bron scores, I could see him looking for the moving cameras. I'm like, Bron, they're just hoop, bro. Please.
He's funny, bro. I gotta tell you, man, he's hilarious.
I'm like,
He's still getting adjusted.
Yeah, but I'm like, if there's anyone who needs fans, it's my man, and I'm like, I'm really worried about that. But hopefully he's locked in. He didn't go 0 dark 30 either, so I'm like, oh, he's bubbled out. Like we don't know what to expect from my boy. So I don't know, but yeah, he better make sure, because it's gonna be a sick summer. Like I can't imagine the ESPN content machine,
bro.
And
My
the
content.
FS1. Yeah. And the FS1, like the dude at FS1 cannot wait. Even though him and Dame have beef, he can't wait if LeBron loses in the first round.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Listen, there are theories out there. He's gaslighting Dame.
Yeah. I see the fix. I know Paul George and Pat Bev. Like, of all the people that never talk, it's you two. So I know what you're doing.
I forgot we didn't even get into that, man. I know. Listen, and you see Paul George reach out to him and apologize.
Yeah, because that's like, we know what you're doing, bro. You don't get to talk after I do this, make you switch jerseys.
Yes.
And then the same thing with Pat Bev. I gamed you in your house. Like, I don't want to hear you talk about anything about that I do. So I don't know. The fix is in.
Look. I think the Lakers are gonna live at the free throw line tonight, and it's gonna piss me off because that's what happened game 1 in the bubble against the Clippers. AD had like 20 free throws. There was nothing anybody could do.
As you said.
They don't have anybody with the lateral movement from a big. Like, you're going to put Melo on them? Like, it's just really a situation to where AD – but, like, does AD have a 50 ball in him?
Yeah. Are you – yeah.
Does he?
Are you tripping? Okay. Did he go for 50 damn near in night 1?
Did he?
He had like either 50 in the first one.
No, he had like 30 something. Because I remember he had like 34 and Paul George had like 30.
AD definitely has that. He's had some big games for us this year for sure. And I mean, I think like this is a great opportunity for him because he hasn't played on a team this good in the playoffs. So I know he's ready. Like if there's anybody who's probably ready, it's him and Bron. It's the rest of the team. Like Danny Green is scaring me. I'm having nightmares about him right now. Like, bro, what happened to your game over the last couple of months? Because it's scaring me. Like, I didn't think Avery Bradley was going to be a big loss because of you. And now, I don't know who we have out there locking up.
Nobody.
Because my man, Waiters Island, did not come in here to play any defense. JR has barely seen the court. We know he ain't playing no D. And Quinn Cook, I don't know what's happening. So we got to make sure we locked in.
Hey, it's a hell of a matchup, and it's for a 1-8 seed. This is probably one of the best. Hopefully, we'll live up to one of the best 1-8 seeds of all time. Mate, before we get out of here, any predictions for how the bubble playoffs is going to wrap up?
I mean, yeah, I'm seeing Lakers Bucks in the finals for sure. I think Lakers Clippers is going 7. It's going to be a nasty 7.
Mm-hmm.
And it might just be some fluke, like Who knows? But I think I'm gonna say just with my heart and a little bit with my mind, I'm going Lakers, Bucks, and then Lakers in 5.
Damn, 5?
5.
Yeah,
We're gonna make Giannis be a jump shooter like crazy, and we're offensive charging his ass out the game. So
yeah.
I'm saying Lakers in 5 versus the Bucks. How
I'm
about you?
with you. I'm with you with the Bucks. Definitely seeing that more Clippers.
Bucks on the Bucks.
More Clippers though. Look, man, I gotta tell you, it's gonna be hard for the Lakers to get to the Western Conference Finals because Dame and CJ, and then Russ is out right now. But if Houston can creep past, and now y'all gotta guard Russ and Harden.
Not working in the playoffs, bro. That small is not working in the playoffs. I'm sorry. They beat us. They definitely beat us when we played them on their first night of that small ball shit. But I just don't see that working when you grind it out and slow the game down.
But I'm just saying because you don't have anybody on the perimeter to really stop them.
Hard. Oh yeah, nah, we don't. But they ain't got nobody to stop us. Who? PJ Tucker is guarding AD.
Hey, this will be the year AD's never really had a long playoff run. So this will be the year to find out.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not worried. Like I think you guys definitely got the easier walk.
For sure.
But it's Lakers Clippers. They're gonna make sure that's the thing.
Yeah. Like it's hard for me to bet against the Lakers because I know the league.
Yeah, exactly.
So I know Bron is just kind of like, all right, you know.
And we already lost so much revenue. Like, we need Lakers Clippers to get recoup on the TV brand.
Yes.
So,
And I don't even know how people watch those games because possession by possession, I'm gonna be stressed.
Yeah. Well, and that's what I'm saying. The reason why I think you have to have Lakers Clippers too is because the finals is gonna be kind of weak to me. Like I think Clippers is gonna kill whoever comes out the East. I think Lakers gonna kill whoever comes out. So like you got like this is the title is the Western Conference.
I think you may be underestimating the Bucks and Giannis a little bit because I could see them winning the whole thing just because they've been together. Like you gotta think Clippers and Lakers both right now. We're not even a fully functioning team. You're dealing with new pieces. We're dealing with new pieces. Like they're ready to go.
Clippers might sweep them. Honestly, because just from a because if you really, I mean, I don't know. I would like to see Paul George or Kawhi try to guard Giannis. I don't know who they match up with like that.
Yeah.
But I just I don't believe in Middleton like that. Like he's nice. He's super nice. But like not when you really focus in on him. I don't know. He gets exploited to me.
True. Yeah. That I see them more as a team where Clippers, Lakers, that's more two-headed monster with some other pieces added. But shit, man, look, this is fun as always.
Yeah, man.
I don't want to hold you too much.
I can't wait. I can't wait for the night. I know you're gonna call me whether we get cooked or we win. So
every game shot there. I might be back on this thing tonight, just talking about Damon, CJ, and Melo.
Yeah, I mean, if I'm not emotional, I'll be down for sure. But I know I'm confident tonight should be cool. Like these dudes got to be a little bit tired too.
Yeah.
You just can't have that much emotion running that high for weeks and weeks and weeks.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. Like,
every game was a play.
He's happy. He's happy we've been on edge. I'm like, eventually, you fall off the edge.
Yeah, I mean, I'm glad they got 2 days of rest, but they definitely have had a gun to their head for like 2 weeks straight. So
Exactly, man. Exactly, bro. Well, yeah, man. Thank you for inviting me, bro. I have a blast every time. So,
yeah.
I mean, every time we link up, it's cool chemistry for sure.
And we'll be talking about bubble basketball again soon.
All right.
All right. Peace.